Hi everyone, Aiden here with etrailer. Today we're going to be taking a look at this Curt Alumalite adjustable dual ball mount. This is going to be a really nice option for a lightweight adjustable ball mount, and this is going to be their largest drop size, coming in with a maximum drop of 9.5 inches. If you don't need something this extreme, like today where our truck is stock height and this is definitely going to be a little bit too much, you can check out their other versions which feature 7.5, 5.5, or 3.5 inch drops. But let's get started and check this one out. Now the reason we're checking out this larger drop size on its own and I don't have the other ones is because this is going to give you a slightly reduced weight capacity. And really that's only going to be applicable when you're using the larger ball size. So to be a bit more specific, that 2 5/16 inch ball is going to give you a 10,000 pound gross trailer weight rating. That's how much weight it can pull. And it's going to have a 1,000 pound max tongue weight. That's the maximum downward pressure on the end of the ball mount. Compared to those smaller drop sizes, that's going to give you a bigger weight capacity when using the larger ball at a 12,500 pound gross trailer weight rating and a 1,250 pound max tongue weight. When you're using the 2-inch ball though, across all 4 sizes, the weight capacity will remain unchanged. You get an 8,000 pound gross trailer weight rating and you get an 800 pound max tongue weight rating. Keep in mind though, that is what the ball mount is rated for, not necessarily your hitch or your vehicle, so you want to check out both in your owner's manual and make sure that you're going by the lowest rated component. Taking a closer look at the ball mount though, I want to point out why it is so important to pick the right height for your truck and trailer combination, because you don't have to just factor in the maximum drop height of the ball mount or how long the shank is. Since it's a dual ball mount, the one that's not in use will be dropping down a little bit lower. And on our truck today, that's just a very limited amount of clearance. And you got to think that when you put a trailer on here and you've got a bit of tongue weight added, your suspension's probably going to flex a bit. Unless you've got airbags to bring you perfectly back to level with your truck, that's something that you'll have to just watch out for. But to make your height adjustments with this, it's going to be just a simple pin and clip. Pull that and it's going to allow you to move this up and down to whatever spot you need it in, repin it and clip it. But this is also going to be how we swap out the ball to the other size. Just flip it over, slide it back in, and pin it in the proper spot for your trailer and truck combination. So having this adjustment is great because if you've got multiple trailers or even multiple vehicles that you tow with, the combination of ride height will be different every time, and you want to be able to dial this in to make sure you're towing each trailer and truck combination level. All the holes for adjustment are going to be in 1-inch increments, so you get a ton of different options for dialing in that height exactly where you need it to be. Looking a bit closer at the hitch, we can see it's fitting inside of our 2-inch by 2-inch receiver tube here. And it does come included with its own hitch pin and clip, which is great because not every ball mount does. It's just nice that you don't have to pick those pieces up separately if you don't already own them. And this will have 2 hitch pin holes to choose from. They're going to be spaced 1 1/4 inches apart. So if you need, say, a little bit of extra clearance from your trailer and your truck, you can. Or you can use that extra hole to give yourself a little bit more shank exposed if you wanted to add something like a clamp-on anti-rattle device, or our etrailer hitch pin alignment collar to make it a little bit easier when setting this up to just slide it in and make sure the hitch pin hole gets aligned on the first try. If you don't plan on using any of that though, and you have proper clearance, I'd just go for that innermost hole so that you've got a bit more of that shank inserted into the hitch. Now when you do that, your measurement from the center of the hitch pin hole to the center of the ball where a trailer coupler is going to actually sit is going to be 8 inches. If you need that extra clearance, that's just going to be 9 1/4 inch. But aside from all the functional things like weight capacity and drop height, you probably want to know, is it light? And the answer is yes. This thing is mostly constructed of billet aluminum. So especially when you're handling just the shank on its own, it's almost deceptively light. You pick it up and you expect it to be much heavier than it really is. The thing that adds weight to this is going to be the ball where your trailer coupler actually hooks up, because those components are steel. They're going to be chrome plated for added durability and rust resistance, but the best way to preserve that coating is just going to be to grease the ball and the inside of your trailer coupler when hooking up. The rest of that ball mount though, being aluminum, you're going to, one, just make it a lot easier to handle and get in and out of the hitch, but it's also going to give you excellent corrosion resistance, which is great if you find yourself in and around water, say with like a boat trailer. You want this to be able to hold up to those elements and not corrode over time as you use it. But if you're in the market for an aluminum ball mount with a pretty big drop height, then I think the Curt Alumalite is a really great way to go. It is a little bit more premium compared to other options we carry like Fastway aluminum ball mounts, but for one, I like the look of this a lot better, and just in my experience working with some of those Fastway ball mounts, the tolerances when you're sliding this Curt one up and down to height adjust and sliding the pins in, they tend to just be a lot tighter, at least from what I've felt today. So if you're looking for less rattle and an overall better fit and appearance, then Curt's the way to go there. And you're going to get all the same benefits that you'd get from any other aluminum ball mount with that excellent corrosion resistance and lightweight, making it much easier to handle when you're taking it in and out of the hitch, or giving you better performance when you're in and around water. Like I mentioned earlier though, if you need those smaller drop height sizes, be sure to check out our review video that shows the other sizes. But today, this is our look at the larger drop size of the Curt Alumalite aluminum dual ball mount. My name's Aiden, and thank you for watching.